seamer, the lone seamer. We have seen 92 overs being bowled by the spinners in the second ODI, but at the moment nothing's working for the bowlers.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 without loss. What a platform. Saif has been absolutely brilliant in this innings. Never since the first over where he hit Akhil Hussain for a couple fours. Never looked back, holding the pose. 4 sixes in the innings so far. He'll be eyeing something big, something monumental here. And he recently made his debut, so this is a landmark knock for him. I mentioned what this type of knock does for your confidence and your self-belief. Only 6 matches, 154 runs. Can he convert this maiden half-century into triple figures? He'll be hoping so. Bangladesh will be hoping so. And Shai Hope and the West Indian bowlers in discussion. Who's getting the breakthrough for them? They're in a very difficult position here. Remember, they are chasing history. Haven't won a series here in Bangladesh since 2011 and haven't won a series against a full member nation since 2019. Very difficult against Afghanistan. So it's been a difficult time on the road for this team.
Yeah, and at the moment they need to break this partnership. West Indies, Kerry comes in.
Against a full member nation since 2019. Very difficult against Afghanistan.
60 now. Just going back to Saif Hassan.
So it's been a difficult time on the road for this team.
Where his father worked. And he's also got a connection need to break this partnership in Sri Lanka. West Indies, his mother's Kerry comes in.
Against a full member nation since 2019.
He's really worked on
against
against
Afghanistan.
60 now. During an interview, going back to Saif Hassan,
so it's been a difficult time on the road for
against the bowling machine where his father worked. And he's also got a connection to break this partnership in Sri Lanka. West Indies, his mother's Kerry comes in.
Against a full member nation since 2019.
He's really worked on
against Afghanistan.
During an interview,
So it's been a difficult time on the road with the inside edge, which saved him.
And he's also got a dedicated player.
Hugely impressed with this innings though. Against a full member nation since 2019.
He's really worked on
against Afghanistan. Difficult time on the road with the inside edge, which saved him. The ball, a couple deliveries and one that was followed up by a hugely impressed with this innings. Real spin. Against a full member nation since 2019. He's really worked against Afghanistan. Usually the ball on the road with the inside edge, which saved him. The ball, a couple deliveries and one that was followed up by a hugely impressed with this innings. Real spin. Against a full member nation since 2019. He's really worked against Afghanistan. Usually the ball on the road with the inside edge, which saved him. The ball, a couple deliveries and one that was followed up by a hugely impressed with this innings. Real spin. Against a full member nation since 2019. He's really worked against Afghanistan. Usually the ball on the road with the inside edge, which saved him. The ball, a couple deliveries and one that was followed up by a hugely impressed with this innings. Real spin. Against a full member nation since 2019. He's really worked against Afghanistan. Usually the ball on the road with the inside edge, which saved him. The ball, a couple deliveries and one that was followed up by a hugely impressed with this innings. Real spin. Thank you.
ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট, তাই বিজলি কেবলস সম্পূর্ণ ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট, তাই বিজলি কেবলস
7.75. Moti is bowled only from 5, has gone above 8. So has Athanaze. So they've struggled apart from Hussain and Parry in terms of the economic rate that they have achieved so far.
Yeah, I like this new rule. Absolutely like it. Anything that's close down the leg side, there is a margin of error for the bowlers now. When previously anything down the leg side Arthur was signal wide, even though it was close. Just look at that. A few months ago that was wide. Now the umpires are instructed to have a little bit more leniency for those deliveries leg side. As a former bowler, absolutely love it. You might not like it. Batters might not like it, but I absolutely love it. Give something to the bowlers at least.
Yeah, when you see that happening, especially on a ranked turn, then it gives you that cushion. Even on most occasions, you'll see a one-day format matches played on good batting surfaces. So it's all about the batters, and I can hear you. I can hear you where you're coming from, Samuel Badri, and I like that also. It's on for 3 months on a test basis. Nicely played away from that fielder at deep cover point. So there'll be a couple of more runs. 200 up for Bangladesh.
Yeah, when you factor in after you were there in the UAE when Bangladesh were bowled out inside 30 overs in the last 2 one-day internationals. Inside 30 overs. So this series they've shown that they can bat the 50 overs, although they were dismissed in the last over in the first game. The second game they batted all 50, and now they're on course to do it again with lots of wickets in hand. So there has been improvement, tremendous improvement on that front, which is pleasing for them.
Oh, beauty. Given. Now then, what is he saying? He said, I haven't touched it. That's the look from Hridoy, and he's gone upstairs.
Director, third umpire, we have a player review for Porcupine. We have a player review for Porcupine. Is out. It's fair delivery, go to front time when ready. Out. It's fair delivery, go to front time when ready. We just need old trees just to confirm. It looks like there's a bit of a gap there. Thank you. Gap on the left, flat line. Okay, I'll go back on screen. Merkel, going to recommend you change your decision to not out. You're on screen.
There's quite a lot of gap between the bat and pad. And the ball.
নতুন স্বপ্ন নিয়ে প্রতিবার এগিয়ে যাই এক নতুন আশা নিয়ে। ঝড় হোক বা রোদ, কিছুতেই থামি না। জীবনের প্রতি মোড়ে সাথে থাকে আমার নতুন উজ্জ্বলতা।
আর কাপড়ের উজ্জ্বলতার জন্য?
তার জন্য আছে নতুন রিন, যার প্রো সিএস টেকনোলজি গভীর থেকে পরিষ্কার করে আর ধরে রাখে কাপড়ের নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা। নতুন রিন অ্যাডভান্সড পাউডার, নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বল।
Yeah, there is turn, but The way Bangladesh batters have handled so far, it looks a good pitch. It just looks a good pitch when you have a team scoring more than 200 inside the 32nd over.
Yeah, when you look at the score, it suggests that, doesn't it? But then you see deliveries like the previous one and a few from Akil Hussain that has really spat out of the surface. Bounce and turn, sharp bounce and turn explosions. The Bangladeshi spinners would no doubt like what they see. A lot of overs remaining though. Can they get close to 300? And it just goes to show out that the captain mentioned to you at the toss, when you ask him about a number, what is he thinking? He said 230, 240. Just a single protection in the deep. But at this position, they'll certainly get way more than that. So sometimes even the players aren't too sure what is going to be served up. And you also have to make that adjustment. Also have to be quite pliable, because such is the nature of the sport.
It's a great lever, isn't it? Because we've seen batters struggle, and now you see batters having a really good time with the bat. Fans for West Indies in big numbers. Always at their best. The fans will be very happy to see what has transpired so far in this game for Bangladesh. It's a really good comeback for them, especially for the batters. There was so much talk about the surface and the way they handle the spinners, but today they've proved a point with the bat. 203 for 2. And it will be drinks.
ক্লোজ আপে এখন আছে জিঙ্ক ফ্রেশ টেকনোলজি, যা জীবাণুর সাথে লড়াই করে দেয় সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস 18 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত। তোমার টিকিট
আর এটা তোমার।
ক্লোজ আপ 18 ঘন্টা সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস। বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার। আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন।
এত কঠিন তেল চর্বি সহজে উঠবে না, নতুন কড়াই কিনতে হবে।
কিনবো, কিন্তু 10 টাকায়।
10 টাকায় নতুন কড়াই?
নতুন ভিম লিকুইড মিনি প্যাক এখন 10 টাকায়। প্যাক থেকে ঢালো, পানিতে মিশাও, স্ক্রাবার দিয়ে ধুয়ে পাও নতুন কড়াই।
আরে একদম নতুন।
Mr. Noodles, amazing taste. Mr. Noodles, enjoy the best.
আকাশ নিয়ে এলো সুপার ক্যাশব্যাক অফার। 1499 টাকা রিচার্জে 501 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তো আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
পাইছেন সরকারি ভাতা? ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে, ভরসা পাই বিকাশে।
সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
দেখতে তো ভালো,
খেতেও ভালো।
চকলেট পিনাট ক্যারামেল ও নোগাটের দারুণ কম্বিনেশন এলো সিক্সার্স চকলেট কোটেড বার। পুরো এনার্জি।
ডাভ কি সাবানের থেকে আলাদা? আপনার সাবান আর ডাভ নিন, একদিকে সাবান দিন আর অন্যদিকে ডাভ। সাবানের দিকটা রুক্ষ লাগে আর ডাভের দিকটা নরম ও কোমল, কারণ ডাভ সাবানের থেকে আলাদা। এর 1/4 ময়েশ্চারাইজিং ক্রিম দেয় নরম, কোমল ও উজ্জ্বল ত্বক। তফাৎটা বুঝতে আজই ডাভ ব্যবহার করুন।
শিয়া বাটার ও অ্যালমন্ড অয়েল সমৃদ্ধ লিলি বডি লোশন ত্বককে করে তারুণ্যদীপ্ত ও উজ্জ্বল।
বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার। আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন।
সর্বাধুনিক সিপিভিসি ম্যাটেরিয়াল দিয়ে তৈরি আরএফএল সিপিভিসি প্রো পাইপ এন্ড ফিটিংস 93 ডিগ্রি সেলসিয়াস পর্যন্ত গরম পানি সহ্য করতে পারে। আরএফএল সিপিভিসি প্রো পাইপ এন্ড ফিটিংস।
রিয়ার সাথে লাঞ্চ? হাত ধুয়েছিস? আমাদের পুরো 2 মিনিট হাত ধুতে হবে, না হলে জীবাণু থেকে যাবে। ধুতে থাকো, ধুতে। হ্যাঁ বান্টি, তোর সাবান স্লো নাকি রে?
নতুন লাইফবয় সুপার ফাস্ট হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ এখন আরো উন্নত ফর্মুলা, 10 সেকেন্ডে দেয় জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে শক্তিশালী সুরক্ষা।
সবজি খেয়ে মনে বাজে তালি,
কি মিশালি?
রাঁধুনি স্বাদ মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
Yep, it's also the World Heritage, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and home to Royal Bengal Tigers. Partnership from the Tigers right at the top. Saif and Sharkar putting on 176 to set the tone for a total they'll be hoping is good enough to defend, because it's all to play for. This is the decider. Now fans will be eager to see how much Bangladesh will end up scoring. Some lovely colors there. The red and green, the national colors. It's been hot, it's been humid, and making sure it stays dry. Right, he's been expensive. None for 44 of 6. Gudakish Moti. Again, it's a poor delivery, but he's got away with that.
Have a look at those projected scores. If we told you that a couple days ago that there's a possibility of Bangladesh getting 400, would you have believed us? If they get 12 runs and over from here on in, they can go over 400. Also, if I told you in this game that they would score the most ever sixes at this venue, would you have believed us? 11 sixes hit, which is a record for Bangladesh in Mirpur. Previous highest number of sixes hit in an ODI, 10. They've gone past that, they've gone to 11. If they hit 14 or more, that's another record. Here I am talking about sixes, when previously we were talking about a struggle for the batters. Such a change. And there again you see sharp turn from Gudakesh Moti. So it's been brilliant batting. All credit to the batters. Good pace from Moti, good seam position of Revs. Shanto smiles.
Yeah, even if you look at when did they manage to hit more sixes? 2018 was against Zimbabwe, and even before that, way back in 2007, was against India. Certainly, today, they have proved that yes, it is, if you're up for it and if you're picking up the right deliveries to show a little bit more aggressiveness, you can. Another misfield allows the batter to cross over for an easy single.
$207 for 2 after 34.
সরকারি ভাতা ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে, ভরসা পাই বিকাশে।
সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
প্রাণ সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি, আরো জোস। তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সসের বস।
ক্লোজ আপে এখন আছে জিঙ্ক ফ্রেশ টেকনোলজি, যা জীবাণুর সাথে লড়াই করে দেয় সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস 18 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত। তোমার টিকিট, এটা তোমার। ক্লোজ আপ 18 ঘন্টা সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস।
Bangladesh. You can see number 14, which was in select. Right at the bottom is 11 sixes. It's the most at this finish by Bangladesh. Again a short delivery, and again he gets away with it. 26 deliveries since the last boundary.
Yeah, so I would not have come to the ground today expecting that we'll be talking about more sixes by Bangladesh at this venue, given what we've seen before. So it's been a combination of very good batting and some ordinary bowling from a West Indian perspective. This partnership, 27 of 36, the left-right combination again doing well. And West Indies, after having got 2 wickets quite quickly, after a long wait, they're made to wait again.
Both the batters have shown good temperament, not getting overawed by the situation or how well the batters, the openers batted today. As a batter, you need to pick the right ones, and this partnership is growing. They both are growing in confidence.
I have a question for you, Arthur. What's the entry point for someone like Rishad Hussain, given the score that we're seeing now? I know it's a lot of overs remaining. Sometimes you get carried away. You see the score 210, 2 wickets down, and you go a little bit too hard, and then all of a sudden you've lost quite a few quite quickly, and then it's a struggle in the last 5 overs or so. But if we're just projecting Rishad Hussain, who's been striking it really well, a strike rate of over 240 in the series to date. What's his entry point? Are you thinking overs? How many do you want to give him?
Well, if I was the skipper, you would have gone on to open the innings in the super over. Just to get my thoughts very clear. But it's a good point to discuss. After 35, we'll come back to that. After 35, 2-1-0 or 2.
Senora Confidence এবার নিয়ে এলো 290 মিলিমিটার লম্বা Senora Confidence হেভি ফ্লো। হেভি ফ্লো থেকে দেয় কমপ্লিট প্রোটেকশন। এখন পিরিয়ড হোক রেগুলার বা হেভি, প্রয়োজন মতো কনফিডেন্স আছে রেডি। দুনিয়াটা তোমার প্লেগ্রাউন্ড। প্লে উইথ কনফিডেন্স।
নাও 4-in-1 ফেস ওয়াশ, নায়াসিনামাইড ও স্যালিসাইলিক সমৃদ্ধ লিলি ফেস ওয়াশ, যা ফেসের ডেড স্কিন সেল দূর করে দেয় দ্বিগুণ ফাস্টার ব্রাইটেনিং। লিলি ফেস ওয়াশ, রিমার্ক।
পাইছেন সরকারি ভাতা? ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে? ভরসা পাই বিকাশে।
সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
Having a look at what this batting order is at the moment, I don't think they will change it. I really don't think they will chance Rishad to come a little bit earlier. Maybe after the 44th, 45th over, yes.
Yeah, that was the question, the entry point, not necessarily the batting position, but at what point in the innings, how many overs do you want to give someone like that who can be quite disruptive? He was responsible for them getting over 200 in the previous 2 matches, so I'm sure there'll be some consideration for, as you so rightly mentioned, the last 6 or 7 overs for him to come in and hit a few of those sixes that we've seen from him. Alec Arthur is back into the attack. 10 miserly overs a couple of days ago, conceded 18 already, conceded more in 2 overs than he did in his entire spell in game 2.
He goes down the wicket, he's eyeing that onside area. Remember, 34 balls since the last boundary, and they might have just had a little bit of discussion during that drinks break. Okay, now we both look set, so someone needs to take a chance here.
Yeah, and he's faced 28 deliveries for his 12. There's a discussion between himself and Shanto now. I don't necessarily know what they've spoken about, if he's just asked him to settle down a bit because maybe he's sensing something is going to happen. Another dot delivery, so this is good for Malik Athanaze. The pressure building a little bit, but perceived pressure anyway. The run rate is just a touch under 6. They've been doing well overall. Another dot.
Yeah, what it can do to a batter is then after playing so many dots, 4 dots on the trot, is he going to take the ball around for a big shot of the last ball of this over? It's a very good over, just a single in that over. 2-1-1 for 2.
এই অবস্থায় পড়তে না চাইলে ব্যবহার করুন রেইনবো ড্যাম প্রোটেক্টর।
ইলাস্টোমের ইমালশন থাকায় দেয়াল থাকে ড্যাম প্রুফ রেইনবো পেইন্টস, কালার অফ জয়।
ওয়াও, সুগন্ধ তো ভালো। নতুন সাবান?
হ্যাঁ, নতুন লাইফ বয় এখন আরো ভালো সুগন্ধ আর দেয় জীবাণু থেকে সুরক্ষা।
বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার। আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন।
The last 37 deliveries. And Shanto also looking for the boundary, but it's hard to come by at the moment. So welcome Shamim Chaudhary.
Mazhar, I don't think there is any reason for the approach these two seem to be trying to take, and trying to find ways to play the big shots. Going at 5.81 runs per over, comfortably placed, 8 wickets in hand. No need for histrionics, just play steady.
On the shorter side, not the best of timing. Yeah, the two openers laid the platform for Bangladesh, and at one point we really felt that even now as well they should score over 300, but for that they need to construct as well. At the moment both the batters are struggling.
And wise to the occasion, Shea Hope just brings in that fielder from the deep end point, just backward point.
Two is the call from Tawhid Ridoy. Running the first one hard, looking for the second, and will make it quite comfortably in the end. They need that intent in the middle.
And that's what they've got to do now that the Bangladesh have dried up every opportunity you get. Where's the first one? Very hard hit. As they pass, the call is for 2. Good response from his partner. Good understanding. Just a wide, that throw made it easy in the end. Could have done better.
Trying to shuffle across, nicely played in the end. That sweep comes in from Tawhid Ridoy's bat, and would you believe it, a boundary after 41 balls for Bangladesh. So welcome boundary, and next is boundary for Bangladesh.
Welcome indeed. Not really timing it. Look at him all over the place, reminiscent of Maidul Islam Onkon's movement when he faces the ball, but eventually did manage to find that little amount of extra speed that beat the chasing fielder. But 1-4, they've got in 7 runs in the over already. Steady the next ball to finish off the over.
Not a bad over from Bangladesh's point of view. 8 coming from it. After 37, they are 219 for 2.
জানো ডেড স্কিন সেল আমাদের ব্রাইট স্কিনকে লুকিয়ে রাখে? টেপ টেস্ট করলে দেখতে পাবে। দেখলে ব্রাইট স্কিন লুকিয়ে আছে ডেড স্কিন সেলসের নিচে। এগুলো দূর করে পন্ড স্কিন ইনস্টিটিউটের ব্রাইট বিউটি ফেস ওয়াশ। এই নাইসিনামাইড যুক্ত এক্সপার্ট ফর্মুলা ডেড স্কিন সেলস দূর করে আর দেয় আল্টিমেট ব্রাইট স্কিন। মিরাকলস হ্যাপেন পন্ডস ব্রাইট বিউটি ফেস ওয়াশ।
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There's the day when that power eclipses everything. El Clásico, the power of our football.
Malik Athanaze Comes into the attack. Single taken of the first ball.
What these two batters need to do is just revert the pressure. They've allowed the pressure to be built with the lack of boundaries. But once the batters get those runs at regular intervals, rotation of strike, it reverts back to Shai Hope and his men. And you see just the single of the first ball, immediate thought process in the positioning of the field, the left-right combination always coming into play. Good ball there. And from the West Indians' perspective, Mazhar, I think all they need to tell themselves is that we've just given away one boundary in the last 30-odd deliveries. Let's be not short like that. I mean, missed opportunity there.
Yeah, from Bangladesh's point of view, they really need to rotate the strike if the boundaries are hard to come by. Just want to put one point, Shamim Bhai. We mentioned that modern day cricket, it's all about scoring as many runs as you can. Scoring 300 is a habit. Bangladesh has scored just once, 300 plus, post 2023 World Cup. That came against West Indies too, last year. So yeah, they got the platform. Now they need to know how to score those 300s.
Absolutely, and you can't really blame the pitches, the previous games. You go back quite a few years since the last 300 was made, and doing it on a wicket where, as all the commentators were all been surprised, we're talking about the boundaries and the over boundaries, the amount which is reaching record proportions. If they can manage to do that, think of the psychological boost that they're going to get.
Two is the call again. In between the two fielders, but still, they'll have to settle for one. A very good over from Athens, just 3 coming from it. After 38, Bangladesh 2-2-2 for 2.
প্রতিদিনের রোদে মুখে পড়ে স্পট আর ত্বক হয়ে যায় মলিন। রোদ থেকে আমরা বাঁচি এভাবে, কিন্তু আসলে বাঁচা উচিত এভাবে। নতুন গ্লো অ্যান্ড লাভলি ব্রাইটেনিং সানস্ক্রিন, মাত্র 2 আঙ্গুলে রোদকে ব্লক করো। SPF 50 রোদ থেকে দেয় 99% পর্যন্ত প্রোটেকশন, আর ভিটামিন সি সিরাম ত্বককে করে ভেতর থেকে ব্রাইট। রোদ ব্লক করো, প্রতিদিন গ্লো করো। নতুন গ্লো অ্যান্ড লাভলি ব্রাইট ইউভি গ্লো সানস্ক্রিন।
Last over was good from West Indies' point of view, but Bangladesh will be hoping to score some quick runs here. They've got 8 wickets in hand. Platform was set by the openers, and now it's time to cash in. Harry Pierre comes in. The projected score says 292 if they go about this rate, but I'm sure they must be eyeing more than that, Shaim Bhai.
Oh, they should be, but this pair have got to take them deeper. Another 5 or 6 overs with a current flow of runs. Nah, got the edge, lucky edge. Gonna get some runs, but well, I suppose they'll have to take everything that comes their way. Can't afford to get bogged down. Intentions not just changing with that shot attempted.
Too hard over extra cover. Bit of turn, undone Tawhid Hridoy on that occasion. There's a huge gap just beside short fine leg. We'll get a single here.
Yeah, very un-Tawhid Hridoy-like game so far. 24 of 39 balls with the lone boundary. That is something that you don't normally see in innings compiled by Tawhid Hridoy. He's just gathered himself together nicely today. Realized that despite the fact that they went off with a bang, the openers, he realized that they'd set the platform. Oh, lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, you can see the smile. Says it all. Beaten by flag. Reacted late. Lucky enough to get that inside edge. That saved him on that occasion, Nazmul Hossain Shanto. Gives it a charge again. getting into the pitch of the ball will be key. We have seen the two openers using their feet very often. We haven't seen so much yet from these two.
You can see a couple of balls back. He went across very fortunate because Shai Hope was also moving to his left. Missed the bat. There's an opportunity for a stumping. The ball could have just got an inside edge and crashed into the wickets.
Committed on the back foot again, Tawhid Hridoy. End of the over after 39, 226 for 2.
শিয়া বাটার ও ভিটামিন ই সমৃদ্ধ লিলি বিউটি সোপ তারুণ্যময় উজ্জ্বল ত্বকের জন্য।
A product of Remark.
পাইছেন সরকারি ভাতা? ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে? ভরসা পাই বিকাশে।
সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
Partnership between these two, 45 or 65. Hridoy at 21, Shantu 24. Right. Dutch Bangla Bank is the first European joint venture bank in Bangladesh and a pioneer in the banking sector of Bangladesh. Slot swim. In terms of customer trust and confidence through transparent and pure banking. It's the Dutch Bangla Bank series between Bangladesh and West Indies, and it's a series deciding encounter. Went for that big shot on the onside.
So significant. The last 9 overs, only a single boundary being achieved by the Bangladeshi batters. They're trying desperately hard. Prior to that, 13 boundaries and 11 sixes in the first 30 overs. What a turnaround. All credit to the West Indians. As head away, talking about the lack of boundaries, here's one.
And that's nicely played by Tawhid Hridoy. Goes through with the shot. In front of extra cover. Nexus pay boundary. They need more intent like this.
Excellent shot. Hmm. 26 in his 5th over. 50-run partnership. It's been steady. They've been selective with the shot making.
Haven't seen Tawhid Hridoy using his feet pretty often. Coming down the track or maybe playing on the front foot. Even if you've seen in the last couple of balls. He's more committed to play those. Straight to the fielder at deep square leg. Paying the price. Alec Athanaze once again making impact with the ball. He picked up his first today.
And what a prize wicket, and you could feel that coming. You could feel that the pressure was being created. Tawhid Hridoy was trying to hit his way out of trouble, go for the big shot down the fine leg area, but nicely positioned was the feeder for exactly that shot and takes it quite comfortably. And that look says it all. Very, very important breakthrough. Rutherford takes the catch to dismiss Tawhid Hridoy for 28. It's 231 for 3.
রাঁধুনি বিরিয়ানি মশলায় তৈরি বিরিয়ানির এমনই স্বাদ যে ছুটির দিনে বিরিয়ানি ছাড়া আর কিছু মাথায় আসবে না। রাঁধুনি বিরিয়ানি মশলা।
ক্লোজ আপে এখন আছে জিঙ্ক ফ্রেশ টেকনোলজি, যা জীবাণুর সাথে লড়াই করে দেয় সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস 18 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত। তোমার টিকিট
আর এটা তোমার।
ক্লোজ আপ 18 ঘন্টা সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস।
আপনার রুচির সাথে মানানসই স্টাইলিশ সব ডিজাইন থেকে বেছে নিন জংমুক্ত ও লং লাস্টিং শাইন বেসিন ট্যাপ। ফিটিংস শাইন তো সবকিছু ফাইন।
বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার। আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন।
Wicket of Tawhid Hridoy. As Maidul Islam Onkon comes into the middle. Had a good ODI debut in the first ODI. Was looking good in the second match as well. And it's a different situation today for him. Will be interesting to see his approach today. Bangladesh need to score some quick runs here.
And in an attempt to score quick runs, he's hold down. Just didn't make that requisite contact at the lower part of the bat. And that ensured that the ball did not go over the top. There's a lot of power in it, just the lack of timing that undid him. And it's 231 for 3 after 40.
ভুল হতে চাও তো রোদে বের হও গ্লো থাকে একই প্রখর রোদেও গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি সিরাম ক্রিম এর মাল্টিভিটামিন সিরাম ত্বকের 3 স্তর গভীরে যায় আর দেয় 40% বেশি উজ্জ্বলতা বেরিয়ে পড়ো নিজের পরিচয় গড়ো গ্লো এন্ড লাভলি সিরাম ক্রিম
Amazing taste, Mr. Noodles. Enjoy the best.
Carry pair. We are into the business end of this innings. Last 10 overs, Bangladesh 231 for 3. 7 wickets in hand. Well positioned to go past 300, but for that they need to bat really well here, Bangladesh. Yes, that was wide. Still not given.
As we see the President box, Aminul Islam over of the board. Oh, now beat him. This is a difficult period for the Bangladeshi batters.
Yeah, the dignitaries of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, Nazmullah bin Fahim. Alongside the board president, we have got the board director as well, Iftikhar Ahmed Mithu. Straight to the fielder, not finding those gaps. 3 dot balls in a row. Over covers head. Will it reach the fence? It does. Now it's interesting to see whether it's gone all the way or one bounce to the fence.
Well, terrific strike that is. It's against the run of play, as you'd say. Adnan Hasan Shanto with a full flourish of the bat. Have a look where it's landed. It's gone over. Maybe another look from
Six.
another angle to confirm for the third umpire.
That was a rocket 6. Confirmed by the on-field umpire and single taken of the last ball. 238 for 3 after 41.
100% pure goat milk extracted Nior Dew Fresh Spot Whitening Cleanser. Deeper layer gentle cleansing, দেয় complete glow আর anti-aging সুরক্ষা। Nior।
এত কঠিন তেল চর্বি সহজে উঠবে না, নতুন কড়াই কিনতে হবে।
কিনবো কিন্তু 10 টাকায়।
10 টাকায় নতুন কড়াই?
নতুন ভিম লিকুইড মিনি প্যাক এখন 10 টাকায়। প্যাক থেকে ঢালো, পানিতে মিশাও, স্ক্রাবার দিয়ে ধুয়ে পাও নতুন কড়াই।
আরে একদম নতুন।
238 for 3. Last 9 overs for Bangladesh coming up. 7 wickets in hand. Someone like Nazmul Shanto well set in the middle. Catch it is the call. Fielder at long off does really well. Outstanding. Oh boy. Would you believe it? Has done all the hard work. Almost took the catch, but couldn't control himself, off balance, and eventually gone all the way for maximum.
Oh, goodness gracious. So sad from Aqil Hussain. As you said, it did all the hard work, covered so much ground. Look at this shot. Just inside. Maybe reached for it, just toe into it. Looks up, got it, just overbalancing, decides to flick the ball up. In the process, he doesn't flick it back inside the line of play. What it does is evades his outstretched left finger, goes for a 6. Tragic from the fielder's point of view, but Shanto is going to take it.
Yeah, Shanto reached his highest score in this series, 39. His previous best was 32. Look at that catch again. He was off balance in the end. Never easy, never easy. You can feel for the fielder. Maidulankon gets off the mark.
Yeah, all he needs to do is play to the merit of the ball. This is a time that the West Indian bowlers will be hoping that Bangladesh take a few risks in adding to that substantial amount they've got already. Opportunities will be created.
Yeah, just going back to Nazmul Hossain Shanto, 2025 hasn't been the best so far for him. Scored 173 in 10 innings, but prior to 2025 he was in great touch. Scored 358 runs with an average of 59. He's looking good today.
Just have a look at a couple of balls back. Just has lost his balance. Maybe an opportunity for a stumping. Missed there by Shai Hope.
Dot ball to finish the over, but still 9 coming from it. Opportunity you mentioned, Shine Bhai. Yes, was a chance. Goes big. End of over number 42. Bangladesh 247 for 3.
Next level, well done, side by side fridge.
পাইছেন সরকারি ভাতা? ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে? ভরসা পাই বিকাশে।
সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
ভিটামিন সি আর গ্লিসারিনের সাথে নতুন লাক্স, যা ত্বককে করে কোমল আর দেয় ব্রাইট গ্লো। ট্রাই করো লাক্স।
The opening stand between Saif Hassan and Shom Musharraf, 176 of just 155 balls, laid the platform for Bangladesh as they're eyeing to post over 300 here. They are 247 for 3. We're into the 43rd over as Rostam Chase comes in. I just want to mention one thing, Shine Bhai. Bangladesh were 74 without loss after 10 overs. Then they scored 176 in 25.2. They scored at a rate of 6.65. Since the power play 2 finished, Bangladesh 231 for 3 in 40 overs. Chipped in the air, will fall short. The run rate was 3.75.
And a lot of credit has to be given to the West Indian bowlers, despite the fact the figures that you've mentioned. Under duress, the bowling side would tend to be in disarray, but they came back strongly. Immediately after the fall of the first wicket, they said, right, we've got the opportunity, the wicket is still conducive to spin bowling. Let's keep it disciplined. Keep it disciplined to make the batters do the hard work, and it has paid off. They've stemmed the flow of runs.
Yeah. Focusing more on giving Nazmul Hossain Shanto a strike back, rightly so.
Yeah, he's always going to be milking the runs at the moment. But I think Maidul Islam is the 2 runs now. Will rotate the strike. Shanto will take the ascendancy. Now he's just stepped on the gas, 41 or 49.
Almost a return catch to the bowler.
Still not confident even after facing 50 deliveries. He's had his problems. So the previous over almost stumped, and this time round he's falling over. He's not in control, just not reading the length.
Inside out catch, it was the call. Fielder at long off, dropped it. He covered a lot of distance, Kudakesh Moti. Catching hasn't been best so far for West Indies. Another goes begging.
Well, Nazmul Hossain Shanto is living a charmed life, isn't he? got dropped short while earlier. And this time round, once again, a lot of work to be done in terms of covering some ground. And he does get exposed to it, but he can't grab onto it. Oh, so disappointing for Austin Chase. Najmul Shanto. Well, he's got to take advantage of these drop catches.
Two is the call again. It's in the gap. No, says Maidulankon. An eventful over comes to an end after 43. Bangladesh 252 for 3.
দেখতে তো ভালো, খেতেও ভালো। চকলেট পিনাট ক্যারামেল ও নোগাটের দারুণ কম্বিনেশন এলো সিক্সার্স চকলেট কোটেড বার। পুরো এনার্জি।
সেনারা কনফিডেন্স এবার নিয়ে এলো 290 মিলিমিটার লম্বা সেনারা কনফিডেন্স হেভি ফ্লো। হেভি ফ্লো থেকে দেয় কমপ্লিট প্রোটেকশন। এখন পিরিয়ড হোক রেগুলার বা হেভি, প্রয়োজন মতো কনফিডেন্স আছে রেডি। দুনিয়াটা তোমার প্লেগ্রাউন্ড, প্লে উইথ কনফিডেন্স।
On the board, 252 for 3. When you see the batting side hitting so many 4s and 6s, and then you will do somehow manage to create opportunities for them to play the ball in the air, you'd expect the fielding side to be more alert to the fact that there is an opportunity comes your way, you got to grab it with both hands. Unfortunately, this has not happened to West Indies. Well, another one here. Another one. Oh, that is the blinder. What a catch. Alec Athens, the flying West Indian player, takes his stunner.
Acrobatic, athletic. He did all of the work himself, bowled the ball, and then had to chase after it. Very easy, running in that direction. The hand time, look at that. He was off the ground, almost parallel to the ground when he took the catch. Absolutely brilliant from Alec Athens. Shanto goes for 44, 252 for 4 now.
ক্লোজ-আপে এখন আছে জিঙ্ক ফ্রেশ টেকনোলজি, যা জীবাণুর সাথে লড়াই করে দেয় সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস 18 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত। তোমার টিকিট
আর এটা তোমার।
ক্লোজ-আপ 18 ঘন্টা সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস।
দোষী সাধারণ ডিটারজেন্ট, তাই কাপড়কে বাঁচাতে ব্যবহার করুন কালার এক্সপার্ট, জর্জ স্যাপ এবং মাইল্ড অন হ্যান্ডস টেকনোলজি সমৃদ্ধ অরিক্স ক্রিস্টাল ওয়াশ, আপনার লন্ড্রি এক্সপার্ট।
বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার। আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন।
What a catch! So far the best catch in the series. Went back 20-25 yards and look at that time. Whoa! Incredible!
Yeah, I really like them to freeze that frame Arthur when he's off the ground. Off the mark, Rishad Hussain introduced, as you suggested, Arthur, into the 44th over. So you mentioned 44-45 on cue. Look at this catch, folks. That is athleticism at its very best. Caught and bowled. Right, what does Rishad Hussain have to offer here? No, we've seen him in the previous 2 matches, a high strike rate over 200. Now he has a few overs remaining to do some magic. Single to end the over, successful one from Alec Athens, 254 for 4.
সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস। তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে প্রাণ সস সসের বস।
সবজি খেয়ে মনে বাজে তালি
সিক্রেট কি মেশালি?
রাঁধুনি স্বাদ মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত। নতুন সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন ভিটামিন সি ও ই গুণে চুলে দেয় ঝলমলে কোটিং। আর গ্লাস শাইন, ঝলমলে শাইন করো, গ্লাস শাইন করো।
This is the very first time that Rishad Hussain has come up to order. Coming at number 6 for the very first time in his ODI career. This is his 14th ODI, and I think it's a right move. It's a positive move, and I like this move. Face back. Pick up a single here, but what a catch! What a catch!
Yeah, it was brilliant. West Indians in this innings, they've gone away from what we saw from them last time around when they bowled 50 overs of spin. But look at this from Arthurlees. We've seen a few drop catches before. He said, not on my watch. I'm taking it myself. The exuberance of youth.
Could have gone a little bit wider to that field and it would have been a boundary. And that's his career. Unbeaten 48 is his highest score, but he's looked the part in the last couple of matches here on this surface.